Ooh, that was bad. Anyway, we've arrived at the information centre. I'm going to make some breakfast, head in, and hopefully get some information about Hervey Bay and also the rest of Queensland, because I need some help planning. Boop. Information acquired. If there's one thing that Hervey Bay, I keep saying Harvey, I meant to say Hervey Bay, is proud of, it's its whales. Take a look at this. This is Nala. The real Nala, visits Hervey Bay every year and has been doing for the past 25 years with her offspring. What's a whale's child called? I forget. I think they're called pups. Are they called pups or am I just crazy? Hervey Bay also has an 868, I think, metre long pier, which is a good opportunity to go and look for those whales. Nala and her cub. Cub? That island over there is Kagari, or Fraser Island, where I thought I was going to be spending today. It's the largest sand island in Australia, and I think probably one of the largest in the world. That's all for today's episode of visiting the windiest places in the universe. I hope you enjoyed. Look at my hair. I feel like I'm still being blown by the wind. It was like, brrr. One other thing. You know when I said that, oh look, that's Kagari/Fraser Island, just over there, biggest sandy island? I lied. That wasn't Fraser Island. That was actually Round Island. The island behind it, which was about, say, 30 times its size, probably more, that still wasn't Fraser Island. That was Big Woody Island. The one behind Big Woody Island, that was about, I don't even know, multiple 100 times bigger than Big Woody Island, that's Kagari. So I was looking for an information centre, but I accidentally ended up here instead. Could have been ducks. And the train as well, you can hear the train. But yeah, I think because I still actually have basically 3 hours of driving left and I didn't realise, I'm going to head off quite soon. But seeing as I'm here in quite a big town, I'm going to get some shopping and then I'll head off. I just went to the petrol station to fill up my car, which is the biggest fill up by far because the main tank was empty and the sub tank was half empty, so it was like 90 litres or something and $200 and something. But fuel's gone down recently at least, so it was not as expensive as it could have been. But when I went to the counter, the lady was like, oh, do you want to get these 2 chocolates? Then you save so and so cents per litre if you buy them. And I was like, trying to do the math in my head whether or not it's worth it. And I was like, I can't do that math, so I just said no. So she puts it into the system and she goes, that'll be $220.30. And I go, okay. And I pull out my card and she goes, are you sure? And I'm going, I just can't do this math. I don't know. But the way she said it made me think, oh, well, like it's a no-brainer. Like if I get the chocolates, it'll be cheaper. So I should do that. So I get the chocolates and she goes, okay, that'll be $2.20.30. I don't know what I said before, but before it was $2.20.10. But I didn't realize when I was there. So I was like, okay, that sounds about right. So I pay, look back at what the photo was, and the chocolates made it 20 cents more, which is great value for the chocolates. It's two of these chocolates. Cannot complain about that, except I can't even eat chocolate. So I just got 20 cents worth of great value that's just of no use to me. So anyway, I guess I've eaten 5 cents worth so far. 15 cents to go because I have no self-control. I'm going to regret this later. Alrighty, the day of driving is finally over. It was a long one, a tiring one, but also a beautiful one. There was so much nice stuff to see on those drives and so much weirdness. Hopefully I actually bothered to download the footage. That's the point. I need to remember to download the footage of the drive. But anyway, yeah, some nice drop-offs on the way. And today was the home of probably my favourite bit that just can't go in the video. So you're just going to be left on a cliffhanger. There's a big bit missing from today's video that was just so funny to me. Anyway, right now I'm walking along looking for a nice spot to watch the sunset because we are vaguely in, not the mountains, but in a high up area. So hopefully there's a nice spot nearby to watch the sunset. Unfortunately, because of how much tree coverage there is, I think this is the closest I'm going to get to seeing the sunset. It's just above the trees over there. The camera actually makes it look much brighter than it is. Alright, I just spent the last God knows how long trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the next couple of days. And I'm not really any wiser than when I started. But tonight, I want to do a couple of things. Firstly, one thing I brought with me was my iPod from I don't even know when. I don't know why I brought it, but I do know why I brought it. And it's because it has a bunch of old games that I just don't think even exist anymore. So yeah, I'm going to play a couple of them. Bang! That took an embarrassing amount of tries. What? What? The other thing I want to do is try to solve this Rubik's Cube. I'm not exactly good at Rubik's Cubing. I don't actually know whether I can solve it, but my brother got me this for my birthday, and it's one of those like fancy ones where it connects to my phone and tells me how long it takes me to solve it. It feels so futuristic. 3 tries, over under a minute. That's when you say over or under. Do you think I'll be over or under a minute on my best attempt? I'm betting under. I don't think I've ever done that in my entire life. Alright, I'll scramble it and then go. Go. Wow. Well, that's the first one. Attempt 2. Here we go. I think I severely underestimated just how hard this is. Number 3. Watch and learn. I'm not gonna lie, I tried going a bunch of times to try and get under a minute, but I just could not even get close. The closest I got was 1:30, which is just absurd. Yeah, you win if you bet it over. I was gonna say if you're not cheating, you're not trying, and just keep going until I got it, but I would have been here for literally hours. That is absurd. I don't know why I said a minute. Anyway, on to the photo of the day. Peace. I took 26 photos today because pretty much the entire day I was busy driving, but from very early on I already knew what the photo was going to be anyway. I wanted today's photo to be of Fraser Island because it made me think of the saying pillars of sand, the idea that you kind of need strong foundations for things. So when things crumble and fall apart, people say, oh, it was built of pillars of sand. Oh, you built it on sand foundations, it easily falls apart. But there it is, Fraser Island, the world's biggest sand island, alive and thriving. And that's something beautiful. Ironically, in the photo, it's not even Fraser Island that you can see in the background. Fraser Island is an even bigger sand island behind the one you can see. Well, behind the one you can see. It's huge. But yeah, that's what inspired the photo. Number 20, Pillars of Sand. And I'm going to rank this photo in 14th.